Yeah.
Good?
Yep.
You bring us in. Are we rolling?
Yep.
Hey, listen, man. If you just tuning in to the word, man, we coming to you downtown by the lake, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beautiful view. The founder and elder of the church, he suggested it a while back. We just had council not even 2 weeks ago, and he was talking about how we ought to come out the basement and come out and do some word, do the word outside. And that was a great idea because it ain't nothing like being in this fresh environment. It's very beautiful, man. I wish y'all could kind of see where we at, man.
With the O'Donnell Park construction.
Yeah, but let me tell you this, man. This word is going to be real quick. If you're just tuning in, we talked about the Bible being the best life coach that you can get. And in this word, we're going to speak about, we're going to name this word, when you speak in biblical tongue, people can't understand. But you speak to them in worldly tongue, they will. When me and this bro speak to people biblically, it's almost like we speak a different language. But soon as we start talking about worldly shit, they can relate right away, can't they?
Right away.
It's like, man, dude, listen. Matter of fact, without further ado, man, we need to let these people know that there's a particular language. We all was on one accord with this language. But since that time, shit has got really twisted, man. What is said in that Genesis 11 and 1, bro?
Genesis chapter 11, verse 1, and it reads, "And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech."
In other words, at one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language, man. Used the same words. And guess what language that was? Hebrew. We Hebrew Israelites, right? So the language we spoke was Hebrew. Now check it out. Today, you got Israelites speaking English. Like Jake speak English. If you speak to him Hebrew, we know Shalom, that's Hebrew, as far as peace. But if you said that to a nigga on the street, he'll think you was crazy.
It's crazy.
If you said to a nigga on the street, what up, he'll
That's
be
like,
like,
what you mean?
yeah. So what are we saying, man? In our position, when we speak to people, we speaking to them with a biblical tongue. But being in this thing, long as we've been in it, we realize now it makes sense why they can't understand what we're saying. Because they can't relate to biblical tongue. They only can relate to nigga tongue.
Yep.
Or worldly tongue. You know, when we speak about what the Bible says about adultery, thou shalt not commit adultery, right? When we say that to Jake about Exodus chapter 20, he don't understand what that means.
No.
But if you tell them, hey man, Mr. Steal Your Girl, you can smash a nigga broad,
Yeah.
they can relate to that.
Yep.
It's like,
They
dog.
let music dictate to them how they live their lives.
Yeah, tell them that again.
They let music and television dictate how they live their lives.
Give them an example, bro, because they think we just be making up shit.
Fake bodies.
Fake bodies.
Yep.
That's a beautiful example. Tattoos, yeah. Not only that,
Fashion.
these reality TV shows. What is it? Glitz and glamour. You know, you got people out here taking penitentiary chances trying to keep up with the Joneses. But what are we speaking about? When you speak in biblical tongue, people don't understand it. But when you speak to them in the worldly tongue, they can comprehend anything that you say. Now look, just to show y'all, we told you in Genesis 11 and 1, at one time, man, the whole world spoke one language, that was Hebrew. We're going to prove it to you. Bro, you got that Acts 22:2 loaded?
Acts chapter 22, verse 2, and it reads, "And when they heard that he spake in the Hebrew tongue to them, they kept the more silence, and he saith,"
Verse 3.
verse 3, I am verily a man which am a Jew, born of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, yet brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, of was zealous toward Yahweh, as ye all are this day.
So what was Paul saying when he addressed the people? He was addressing them in the Hebrew language, in the Hebrew tongue. So if we speak Hebrew to these niggas, they're not gonna be able to relate to it. So we even watered it down. We watered it down to just give you the scriptures. We ain't even speaking the Hebrew language. They can't even get just the Hebrew scriptures. Now you got brothers like we here in Milwaukee, Tyrese, Tazawan, GMS Fortress. That brother, he can speak Hebrew very well. A lot of brothers in Israel can speak it very well. And guess what? When they speaking to a nigga, can they relate to it? Can't relate to it, but if you turn around and say, hey dog, where the hole is at?
Oh, they know what that means.
So what am I saying, man? When Paul spoke the Hebrew tongue and they was quiet, you know why they was quiet? Because they understood. They understood what he was saying. Like I said, even the liar know the truth when they hear it. So they heard the truth, man. They was quiet because they was trying to listen to what he was saying.
Bro, they got us around the corner trying to tell us we cold dunking the basketball while they stole all our money.
Facts. Tell them that again.
So they stole all our money and then told us to dunk a basketball. So the Bucks in the playoffs right now, right?
God.
So they put something outside called the Mecca.
Yeah.
The Mecca is where all the broke people gotta go who can't afford tickets to the game. You know that ain't nothing but a bunch of Israelites.
Think about it. What about outside the yard?
Right, that's the Mecca.
Yeah.
They let you come, so they get 5 niggas, and they hate niggas.
Facts.
And then they put them on the basketball team, and then they love niggas. See, when they on the basketball team, they love niggas.
God.
So now they love niggas, and now they in the playoffs, but they hate niggas.
Facts.
Right around the corner is Pfizer Farm. $545 million. 317,000 square feet of zinc exterior panel.
God.
For 5 niggas to play basketball.
Yep.
So what type of that went right across the street of the other black people in poverty.
Facts.
So when you look at just where we are, this is spiritual because we sit right in the mix of this shit.
God.
The Bucks in the playoffs, we the Milwaukee Bucks.
Facts. The real Milwaukee Bucks.
We the real Milwaukee Bucks because somebody in Israel was given that name.
Already.
So the Bucks in the playoffs. We in the playoffs. These sports teams are sinister.
Yep.
They hide. Sports teams veil spirituality.
God.
It's spiritual slavery.
God.
Is what those sports teams are. A sports contract is nothing compared to the 480 years of free labor.
Facts.
And then they want to give that to this super tall. Ain't nobody that damn tall.
Right.
So
Right.
the money that you want to pay back, they work for it back by dribbling the basketball.
Facts.
And then it's only 100 million.
God.
And then they write nigger on your house.
Facts.
But you ain't write nothing on their house.
I hope y'all caught what my bro just said. I hope y'all caught that. Don't forget this part. They made one of the state-of-the-art arenas. No fucking parking. Have you ever heard of
Now
that?
look, why is it that Pfizer Forum doesn't have any parking? Why? Because they rushed that bill. You gotta understand something. These builds around here are spiritual. Don't spiritual things happen here?
Facts.
Didn't that 15-year-old white boy get killed by some concrete that fell off this structure or
Facts.
something?
Yep.
Who timed that up? That concrete could have fell at any time.
Yep.
It waited until Summerfest. He left Summerfest, and he was
Yep.
walking to the car with his mother, and that concrete fell off of this and crushed that boy right over there.
Yeah.
Same thing with Miller Park. Every time that they do dirt, and the Lord wants to draw you to that dirt,
Yeah.
something tragic will happen there as a curse.
God.
So why do we know about the O'Donnell? Look at this. This the curse right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it to you. See this orange starburst over here? That's called the Calling. That orange starburst is called the Calling. It was made by Marco Polo de Servo, who was a military brat,
God.
and he was born 2 hours away from Wuhan, China.
Wow.
So he was a Navy brat who was born 2 hours away from Wuhan.
God.
And this is the sculptor of this particular piece that they put there in 1981.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna tell you what that is. Look at it. It's a stick, right?
God.
But it's the eye in the middle of that stick. See the circle?
Facts. Yeah.
Now that circle is crossed out, and it's crossed out with an X, and it's crossed out with a cross. See the stick? It's the X crossing out the eye in the middle,
Yeah.
and it's the T crossing out the eye in the middle. That circle in the middle, that's an eyeball. It's an X going through it, and it's a T going through it. That's dot your eyes, dot your eyes, and cross your T.
Facts.
Right there. They want to cross our eyes. If you look at Wells Fargo, they exit out all the aperture up there. It's all about keeping us blind. This is a black man pinned to a cross. This yellow structure. It's lined right up. I'm talking about, Pac, if you go over there, this is how it's lined up. Here's that back beam.
God.
And here that that pole where they hang and take from that tree. It's
Lines
lined
right up.
Yeah, but they put this here, and then around the corner where you can't see, they put the real thing.
Yeah.
They put the real thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
Facts.
That's exactly what that is. They put that there in 1981, and it's just been sitting. Marco Polo de Servo, he don't have nothing there that long.
Facts.
That structure was bought out of an auction in New York by somebody random for $150,000, and they wanted it put there, and they donated it to this museum. And to this day, nobody knows who paid for that. Why?
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you why nobody knows who paid for that.
Right.
Because if it ever come out what the fuck that was, they didn't want to be caught up for it.
Yeah, their hands was clean of that.
But they put it there as a calling to call us in.
God.
Anybody who got a brain, call down here and gonna be able to tell what this is. And it's a black man pinned to a cross in orange, because orange covers up brown.
Facts. I hope y'all caught that.
What do y'all think that is?
God.
They
Hey.
hang niggas.
Yeah.
That's what America is notorious for.
Already. Hey, bro, I hope y'all listening to what he's saying. Because, hey, it's clear. Like I told
The
you.
Lord has gave me some eyes. Once my eyes will do that real bad, then it'll clear up and I'll be okay. So now I'm not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, y'all. My bro, we got one word left. How we look on time? You stop us, man. We're going to close it out in this Ecclesiastes, man. How we look? About 10?
12:50.
Come on.